Hey everyone, Katie Parker here with McKeeman Communications. I was trying to get my lighting all right for you guys. Make our social media manager, Whitney Williams, happy and ready. I feel like I haven't done one of these McKeeman Live After Lunches in a while, and I'm very, very excited because joining me today is one of my favorites, Mr. Dean Peroulis, the CEO of Showmars. We have been working with Dean and Showmars now for 2 years this summer. So we're very excited about that. Dean may be one of the kindest people I've ever met, so I'm really excited for him to join us today. And thanks to everybody who's joining us right now. Fizzo, we've missed you too. We so appreciate you always supporting us with these, so thank you so very much. Before, I think Dean may be in here. He might just need to shoot me a request to join. But just to give you guys a little bit of background on who Dean is and who Showmars is here in Charlotte, Dean is actually celebrating his 25th year with Showmars, which is a fast casual restaurant here in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's been around. Oh, so sorry. Thank you for that, Whitney. Let me request Dean. Never done it that way before, but I will. Let me do that. Hold on one second. Sorry guys, I've never requested somebody before. I've only had them request me. Wait, you might have to walk me through that because I don't know if I've ever requested somebody. Oh wait, maybe this is it? Oh yes, go live with Dean. Yay, learn something new every day. Waiting for Dean to come on here. He's only the third person to ever hold the title of CEO. Hey, Dean.
Hey, Katie, how are you?
Wonderful. How are you doing?
I was worried that I was going to have to try to request as well. So
it's so funny. I know. I was like, I've never done it, but it might be because I've been on the other end of it. I'm not really sure. So it's so good to have you here today.
It's really good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. I was just kind of giving them a little bit of background information. Showmars, they have some great Greek roots and Southern roots. One of my favorite restaurants here in Charlotte. And you guys we came on with you about 2 years ago when you expanded to the Triangle in North Carolina. And you guys since then have actually opened your second location there just in the last year.
Indeed, and it's been a really good run, nice, smooth openings, and we really appreciate the relationship that we had opening the Triangle area with McKeeman, and now it's come back into Charlotte as well with all of our locations. So
absolutely.
it's been a great couple of year relationship so far.
Yes. You guys are definitely one of our favorites. We're very serious about that. So Dean, as we kind of been talked with you and invited you to this, we've been doing these series talking with business owners really about the reopening situation that we have going on here, which obviously is changing frequently, maybe as not frequently as when COVID-19 first came about. But I was actually just watching a news conference from the governor not a long time ago, just probably in the last hour. So it looks like we could have even more changes coming. Good time.
Indeed, and we have to stay with the changes. That's for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. And you guys, that actually kind of takes me into one of my first questions, because I know we were really in the thick of it with you guys when news of cases and the pandemic. It wasn't even, I think, declared a pandemic at that point, but just how you guys would really respond to something like that. And I can remember being on the phone with you and you instantly kind of like jumping in of, here's some of the things that we've already laid out just so we can kind of reach our customers as these headlines really kind of start to emerge. Can you talk to me about some of those examples?
Yeah, well, from some stressful times indeed, and currently as well. But we were looked at it. We were operating on three fronts or focuses, if you will, and it's really out of the gates was just taking care of our people, running a business in a different kind of way out of the gates. No dining room, let's just say that, and then just again staying true to who we are and staying with our community, supportive of our community, and taking care of our people. We learned quickly that we needed to be sort of a source of comfort in a way of making sure that our facilities were healthy, but also, they felt healthy in our facilities, but also that financially that we were going to be able to provide the hours, the income that people count on, of course. And in running our business, we also learned that people didn't really want to come inside the restaurant in those early days. So we had a couple of our operators pivot really well and bring the operations outside the POS systems and things of that nature. And so many of our stores soon after followed suit. And that was really neat to see that. And then sort of our groceries essentials program is kind of taking all three of those and merging into one. It was born out of being able to assist within our community. It was also born in running our business. We had a couple of operators who had closed the uptown locations that needed to keep their business afloat, and came up with a great idea to bring that grocery essentials business into play. And then that in and of itself was able to take care of people, keeping them working and keeping them moving in the right direction.
And I think that grocery essentials program was it was just such a leadership role right there in North Carolina's, or even just Charlotte's restaurant industry. I think we saw so many people who really, and I almost hate this word now, pivot, because I haven't been able to come up with another one. But for people who don't know, Dean and the Show Mars team, they actually started working together with their supplier and basically built an online platform where customers could actually order essential groceries and have it delivered right to them. It's still running till this day. And like Dean says, it wasn't just supporting his employees who had lost hours or whose restaurants had closed altogether, but it was also meeting the community where they were. It was allowing people with, compromised immune systems who couldn't go out and be out in the grocery stores to go and order these essential groceries and have them delivered right to their door.
That's right. And I'll give credit where credit is due. We have great leadership, and we had a couple of great operators, Zach and Matthew, and they really put a lot of these platforms in place, and were again, quickly put something together that initially provided essentials and then expanded on that platform. And to your point, it's been running ever since, and it's something that we're really, really proud of in those initial moments.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've actually got a couple comments here. Caroline Pivot, thank you. My sister giving me a shout out there. And we've got Spiro saying success is the ability to change. It absolutely is. And I think you guys are a testament of just really adapting.
Oh, you're freezing.
Oh, I am?
Just for a second. Okay.
Well, there we go. I was just reading some of the comments below. Spiro said, success is the ability to change, that you guys have just really been a great example of that here in the Charlotte area. Becky from our team said, will Show Mars continue to provide grocery essentials after the pandemic?
Thank you, Spiros and Becky. Yes, that is the plan. So we continue to evolve that program. Of course, as essentials and the need and demand for essentials changes, we were evolving the line as well. So, stay tuned, and hopes that piece of our business will evolve as well.
And Kim actually brings up such a great example, Dean, just again of how you guys really were somebody that the community could rely on, which still holds true today. I was with you guys in one of your uptown locations, putting together 200, well, I wasn't putting them together, you guys were, I will not take that credit, 250 salads for healthcare workers who were on the front lines, delivering them to local hospitals, which was awesome. I mean, you guys have definitely answered that call.
Well, that and the people, the community around us, and we really spoke to that third point where where the community really gets involved. We had our relationship and partnership with Gordon Food Service, who was able to have that excess of inventory, provide us the food. We asked, hey, what do you have that you can send our way, and then we'll put it together and get it out to the hospitals, the healthcare workers, anybody in need. And so ever since then, they've been providing that list for us. And so it's just working again with people, partners, and have really helped us along the way. And in all of this, we realize that as much as we're out there for our community, we'd like to be out there for our community. Our community is in such support of us. Recognize the situation that restaurants were in terms of struggles and things like that, and the support that's come from our community has been wonderful.
I can definitely attest to that. And I'm on your social media every day. And I will say the feedback that you guys get from your customers. Dean, actually, there's another restaurant that specific to yours that we work with, a couple of Tommy's restaurants where customers, it's been a partnership with you guys and even your customers who have donated money. I think right now you're actually involved with a campaign with the local ABC affiliate here, raising money for crisis assistance ministries. Who actually helps pay utility bills, mortgage and rent, just so people don't have to make such difficult decisions, during this time, which is just awesome.
These are difficult times, and again, our restaurant community, Show Mars, but so many other brands out there that continue to struggle are also jumping in and doing what they can within their community and staying true to who they are and reaching out. So we're just happy to be part of it.
Yeah, and I just want to read one of these comments here from Fizza, who's a good friend of ours. She said, I think the key to what you said is about hearing what your customers want. That is something so many businesses seem to miss, and I totally agree.
Thank you, Fizza. We really appreciate that. Yeah. We hear you.
I saw a couple great pictures that were just captured at a couple of your restaurants, and I think it just goes such a long way where there were little messages written out on the to-go boxes where it just said, thank you for your support. And sometimes it's just those little messages that go so far.
I think that just resonates with people. I think in the end, it's digitized and everything that we've become. I think just little things that you're able to do to reach out, connect with people. I think it's so still in touch. Obviously, we're distanced, but that's just perhaps we can connect. And so I think that's just a good human touch example.
Yeah,
without staying distant as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Kim McKeeman, she asked, how have your customers been responding and supporting?
How have our customers been responding? They've been very good. I would say that their response has been patient, and that's the most important thing. They understood that we weren't perfect coming out of the gates. I know that a lot of the initiatives that we were involved with were overrun. You talk about servers being overrun with online orders and things like that. Just complete understanding from the customers. And again, it was uncertain times, and I think people all around certainly.
I completely agree. And just reading a couple more comments here. Kim says, yep, right now everybody needs to feel valued. I think Dean might just be freezing a little bit, so I'm just going to hold right there for a second. Oh, there you are.
I think my connection struggled. Kim said, say that again. I apologize.
Oh, you're totally fine. No worries at all. Trust me, technology is what happens. I was saying, Kim said, right now, everybody needs to feel valued, employees too. Becky said, we received a handwritten message on a takeout order, and that really won her over. And Kim said, everybody loves Show Mars, which is the tagline for Show Mars for people who may not be in the Charlotte area or have not had a chance to visit you guys out in the Triangle yet.
That tagline has been around a while, and there's a little jingle behind it as well. So
yes, yes, you can YouTube it. Dean, I know that you're right in the middle right now of reopening some of your restaurants. What's been kind of some of the important steps that you've taken Oh, it might be connecting again. 1 second.
Yeah.
No worries at all. We all know how the technology sometimes goes here with Wi-Fi and stuff like that. Like me trying to get my husband's attention to bring me a phone charger because my phone's hopefully not going to die. Oh, it's okay. Oh, you just lost in the sound. Can you hear me now? No. Oh, that's so weird. Do you want to pop off and I can re-invite you? Here, I'll re-invite you on. Try again with that. So he's going to re-pop back on here in just a second once he rejoins. Thank you to my awesome husband. Oh, be careful. He's on here. Oh, my husband's on here. Yeah. Well, thankful for Brian because he just brought me a phone charger so that my phone. Okay, here we go. Bring in Go Live with Dean. Gotta love live TV, guys. I used to work in this. I miss it. This is the live TV feeling. It's all good. Hey, Dean. Can you hear me now?
All
Oh,
right.
good. We're back. Back in business.
Sorry. No, yeah.
I was telling
Okay,
them,
great.
I was like, it's totally fine. This is like real life stuff. So it's all good. My phone was about to die, and luckily my husband could just bring me a quick charger. So we're all good.
Awesome. Awesome.
So what we were kind of going into is just with the reopening process, what has that looked like for you guys? I know that you actually kind of have your own, it's kind of almost like Operation Dining Room Ready.
Yeah, we've been calling it dining room ready, and it's all about preparing your facility, the dining room itself, and it's about having confidence. You want the confidence of your staff, and of course, you want the confidence of into your facility. So you're asking them. We're doing a professional deep clean first and foremost before we plexiglass. You'll see plexiglass in our locations. You'll see little sanitizing stations. The distancing of tables is standard. In fact, after a table and seating is wiped down and cleaned in a little sanitized card that indicates, hopefully gives you peace of mind that we've worked hard to prepare that seating for you. PPE, our staff, gloves, masks, things of that nature. And of course, hand washing. That's which is essential part of this has been an essential part of our business, but obviously continues to be top of mind.
Absolutely. Well, and I think one thing that you guys have just such a smart approach has really been not rushing to be first. It's really been a slow approach just because things have been changing so much, or maybe one of the restaurants weren't feeling dining room ready. I think that's just been such a smart approach.
Yes, and we did take our time to. I thought perhaps we would just all together, all at once, just turn on the lights and say we're ready. Right. But that didn't come that way. You have to really look for buy-in from everyone, from you're listening again to your staff, your customers. You're looking for that reopening piece. And you start making the move toward being dining room ready.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kim says on here, she says professional deep clean makes so much sense. Yeah, absolutely. It's really giving those customers, yeah, even your employees, that confidence.
Oh, it is. I think you're walking into an environment where there's uncertainty, and I think it's really been our responsibility to ensure that we feel comfortable in our workplace environment.
Absolutely. Caroline says all of those customer cues are so important. Yep. I think it's really important that people see what you say you're going to do. Oh, sorry. Dean may have frozen again. Oh, there you are. Back again.
Yeah, I did. I, I can hear you.
I can hear you, and the great thing is it's a good static screenshot. It's not one that you would be embarrassed about.
Appreciate.
Just a nice smile. Um,
That's good.
well, and then Kim just said again, listening to your customers at individual restaurants is spot on, definitely. Um, Dean, if, are you? Can you still hear me? Okay.
I can
Okay,
hear you.
great. No,
Yes.
then we're fine. Let's rock and roll. Kim
Yeah.
asked, what advice would you give to other business owners as they open up?
Um, well, I would say, before we open up, we're just getting again to this point with several of our location. This is just an area where you engage your staff, your customers. You certainly do need that buy-in, Kim, before you make that consideration. And the thing that I would say that will opening the inside of the restaurant, or let's say your business, detract from the things that are going well outside. For us, it was simply our takeout business is so essential to our
Mm-hmm.
business, and dining is a little bit more now considered an amenity to what we're doing. So we had to make sure prior to opening that we felt comfortable opening our dining room while not to detract from what we're doing in
Right.
takeout. And then I would say also that as you're making those adjustments, to keep sort of an eye on the supply
Right.
chain.
And I know that you guys have, I don't know if you've experienced it personally, but I know that we've had other clients who've definitely, with the issues of beef or the poultry plants that have had to, randomly shut down because of outbreaks. It's definitely been something that people have had to stay mindful of.
We really do, and we have a supply chain director that really keeps his finger on the tab there, and are giving us updates on what's going on in the industry. And so far, we've managed to navigate through most of the challenges.
I think one thing that you've really exemplified, Dean, is that you like kind of just evolved with the situation. I think you guys have stayed so on top of the changes that have come through, and that you have just allowed it to you've just evolved and you've adapted and you've made changes as change. And that's the thing. I think, sometimes we get an idea of like, here's what the process is, here's what the plan, but nobody's navigated coronavirus before. You really aren't going to know what's going to be around the next corner. So I think you guys have done an amazing job at evolving and adapting as you've needed to.
Well, it's a great point, and we were real fortunate to have. Can you hear me?
I hear you
Okay.
great. Yep,
Hello?
I can hear you great.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah, we were fortunate to have many of these initiatives in place. Our online ordering, really good packaging, the mobile app piece,
Yeah.
and then third-party delivery. These were all in place. The delivery safe bags with the fonts and everything were already in place. But since then, we've added curb service, free delivery on our social on our Showmars online
Right.
platform, and that's helped us out tremendously as in terms of just kind of piggybacking or picking up off the things that were working, just sort of enhancing those things in a COVID world, and just making it a little more convenient for
Absolutely.
our customers.
No, I completely agree with that. And you guys have it down to a science now, which I think is probably great for your team. And obviously it's so helpful for customers who want to be in and out. And that actually kind of goes right into a good question that Kim has. She asked, do you think customers have learned new dining habits as a result of all of this?
I certainly think so. I think that customers are a little more vigilant in terms of dining out, and I think that's always been a good thing. I think we've been mindful of that for many years, and I think it's sort of COVID has brought awareness to this, and I think that's good for us, because I think you should not feel complacent, and I think we should continue to evolve in a way that is you create environments that where customers just feel
Absolutely.
safe.
And if anything, I think this whole situation has really highlighted for people how important, one, their favorite restaurant is to them. It's been really sad to see some of the ones who obviously have not been able to survive this. But I think it's definitely led to a call for people to come out and support the businesses and the restaurants and, all kinds of other businesses that they love so much.
I really do, and I think that's again we've always said that we have really loyal
Hmm.
customers, but I think they've always expressed to us that they think we're loyal to them, and I think it should be
Yeah.
reciprocated. We're in an environment where I think brands or smaller independents are certainly rewarded for the loyalty that goes both
Yeah.
ways. It should be a very shared experience, and I think that when customers, what we miss, of course, in the dining room is sharing
Right.
those experiences, the good days and sometimes the down days that customers may have where they count on us. These are, of course, some things that we're missing right now, but again, finding different ways to connect and with hopes that we come full circle. We know, Kim, that some of these habits will change and perhaps forever, but we again hope that some of the things that have always been in place, again, human touch and relationships, things of that nature, will never go out
And
of
I
style.
can speak directly to how Showmars, raises the bar above anybody I know. I mean, I've been to various locations, and when I tell you the employees know the customers' names, they're there every other day. I mean, these are people who are just, it's a family in so many cases, and it's really not something that you see a lot. And it's a really awesome thing. I have another question from Fizza really quick before we start wrapping up here, but Fizza said the changes in many industries because of COVID will last even after we are done with this. Do you anticipate any long-lasting changes in the restaurant industry?
I believe so. So it was interesting. Several weeks before COVID-19 had come, I was at a conference with our director of digital initiatives, and we were starting to put it together an 18-month plan. And of course, that 18-month plan had to come into effect within 18
Right.
days. And I think what's happened is that the result of COVID-19 has really pushed the advancement of a variety of things in our industry. We'd already seen how takeout and was a very prominent piece of our business and had continued to go in an upward direction. And so all of these things were already changing. It's just happening sooner. So whatever initiatives we had going into 2022 and 23 are happening now. And so, yes, I would say that these are
And
changes that are
and, and
will change
Ari's
us.
actually just on, so we got to give him a shout out. It's like his ears were burning or something.
Hey,
I
Ari.
know. So glad to see you. One thing, just another example of that, Dean, of how you guys have been able just to fast track those initiatives. I know in talking with Zach and Matthew about the Grocery Essentials program, they said this is something that in normal conditions probably would have taken us a year, 6 months to a year to execute. And, it happened in no time and just continues to see really great success and new customers every day.
So yeah, I mean, I think in our industry in general, you have to be very nimble. I think I speak to a lot of restaurant operators out there on a daily basis, and we talk about the challenges together and knowing how quickly we have to move. And then, of course, COVID brought a different set of circumstances and an entrepreneurial spirit
Yeah.
that many engage in. Again, our leadership is really built
It
on
is.
that, and we welcomed it completely because it helped us communicate and get to the point that we needed to get to in order to function well day to
Yeah.
day.
No, that's so awesome, Dean. Well, anything else you want to share before we kind of part ways here today? We so appreciate you being on here and taking time out of your busy schedule. We know you have a lot going on.
Well, no, thank you, thank you. I would say, Katie, that only thing I'd say is for people to continue to stay in touch. Good communication is just really key. I would stay encouraged and encouraging. I've been trying to kind of go by that mantra here for a period of time, and that there's some tough days and it's discouraging, but you just try to stay encouraged. But then you have to also make sure you sound encouraging as well when you're speaking with everyone you come across with, and then just I would say also continue to stay dedicated to the goals that you have outlined.
Absolutely.
So
That's awesome.
yeah,
Well, thank you so much,
good
Dean.
stuff.
We so appreciate you. And for anybody joining us from Charlotte, Raleigh, Briar Creek, Wake Forest area, you guys can go to showmars.com, get yourself a good pita burger, one of my favorite things. But Dean, I know I'll probably be talking with you here soon in the next couple days or next week,
Sure.
but definitely take care and thank you again.
Thank you, and thank you, Team
Yes,
McKeeman. Thanks so
absolutely.
much.
Oh, and your sister's on here. Or no, maybe that.
Hey,
Yay!
Jeannie.
How sweet is
There
that?
she
What great
is.
support. My sister's on here too.
All
Kim
right.
said,
Go sisters.
and my husband. Gotta love that. Gotta love the fam. Awesome. Well, Dean, I'll let you go and I'll just kind of wrap up here and let people know.
Yeah,
But again, thank you so much. We so appreciate you.
really
All right.
enjoyed it. Thank you so much,
Good.
Katie. Take care.
And for those of you who have other questions that you didn't get a chance to answer on here, we encourage you to reach out to us at McKeemanCommunications.com. We'd love to talk to you further as you are kind of going through the new reopening phases and what those look like for you. We are really excited to kind of just help people mine out and navigate what this whole pandemic has to hold for us. And we really appreciate you for joining us today. Again, McKeemanCommunications.com, and we'll see you at our next McKeeman Live after lunch. Take care. Bye.